Hi there, it's Joe and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to talk about the Xbox Showcase, of course. And I have to start off saying my expectations were very high, and Xbox didn't quite reach the bar, unfortunately. Now, that's not to say it wasn't a good show. There was some pretty great games shown. Not a lot for me, unfortunately. AVOWED from Rare looks great. Fable is just got, my face has lit up, hasn't it? Fable, I love Fable. I was disappointed in the last Fable, the ending of it, but I still loved it. Fable, I think, is brilliant, so really excited for that. The only thing I will say is it's probably, what, 2-3 years off, so that's pretty disappointing. We never saw any gameplay or anything, so the hype was there a little bit, but disappointed. Again, Forza looked fantastic, but I'm not really into games like Forza, so I like the more Forza Horizon and Project Gotham Racing, and I was secretly hoping for a Project Gotham Racing, so when we never saw that I was a bit like, oh, let down. I knew it wasn't happening, but I was still a little bit let down. Same with Cameo, that was another one I wanted to see, and obviously people wanted to see the return of, oh god, it's left my head now, what's that game? What's that game? With the women and the guns and the James Bond. It's left my head. It'll come back to me. I can't believe I forgot what it was. Never mind. Anyway, we got plenty of stuff. I wrote it down because there's no way I'd remember all those games otherwise. So, yeah, so Halo Infinite, we're starting. We're looking at it right now. Did it look absolutely amazingly spectacular? I didn't think so. I mean, I'm not a Halo fan, so I'm sure I've played the campaigns, I've played all of them, and I've never really gone into them that much. I thought they were okay, but I really didn't like the multiplayer. It's not for me. I'm not the sort of person who plays multiplayer much anyway, so it's never going to be the greatest game in the world for me, this one. But it was good. It's open world. I mean, the graphics probably got better. They'll probably look spectacular on an Xbox Series X, let's face it. They don't really look spectacular in this video, but it's always a lot different. It's an early demo and stuff like that, so I've no doubt it'll look spectacular, but it's not really my sort of game, so what more can I say about that, really? State of Decay 3, this was another one. It was kind of nice, but I never played the other two games. I don't know why. I don't know why I never really get into them, and maybe I never reviewed them. I mean, obviously there was a lot of games last gen, couldn't review them all, so this is just one that passed me by. State of Decay, really, so I don't know a lot about it. It looks nice. I've heard some say it got a bit repetitive, the previous two games, so hopefully any issues that there were they'll fix in this one. But I don't know a lot about it. All I can say is I think it looks quite good. But when will it be out? The fact that it said at the end there Xbox Series X and PC makes me think that it's not coming to Xbox One at all, which makes me think it's a good couple of years away. So that is pretty disappointing, I guess, isn't it? We had Mr. Phil Spencer here talking to us about the games, of course. I'm just going to fast forward past that bit, and we'll go and talk about Forza a wee bit. Let's see if we can find it. Blah 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 blah. Forza. Oh, well, I've went by Forza, but I've talked about that already. Anyway, I love Outer Worlds. I think that's quite a fun game, and so any more DLC for it is brilliant. I've not completed it yet, I have to say. I've played it a lot, but you know what it's like, you just end up getting distracted and going playing something else, and that's exactly what happened to me with this game. So if I ever get back to it, then I'll certainly be playing the DLC, because the more the better. Obviously, what have I been playing it on? I don't think I played this one on PlayStation. I think I played this one on Game Pass, and the fact that it's out in September 9 makes it even better. What was really exciting for me on this Outer Worlds one, if I can find it, was the new game that they announced, the AVOWED, wasn't it? Yeah, that looked good. That did. That's their answer to Skyrim, I guess, and also just yeah, Skyrim, I guess. I guess it's an answer to that. It looks absolutely fantastic to me. I can't wait to play it. But again, we never really saw much, did we? This is kind of all we saw. But imagine an Obsidian. We know how good Fallout New Vegas was. So imagine what they can do with a Skyrim style game. Oh my god, I would literally buy an Xbox Series X to play this game. That's the one game that would make me go, I need an Xbox Series X. This and also Fable, of course. Those two, I would go out tomorrow and go, right, I'll buy it. Although to be honest, I have quite a good PC, so I don't need to buy an Xbox Series X. So I'm not going to. I'll just play them on PC. But still, they're on Game Pass, which is obviously fantastic. You get to play these games on Game Pass on PC or Xbox, and you don't have to buy them. So I mean that's a big thing. I think that's a big thing about the whole show entirely, really. The fact that all these games that you see can be played in Game Pass. So while you have an Xbox One, Xbox Series X or PC, you can play these games under your membership. So I think that's the way Xbox is going, and it's pretty clever, isn't it? That's kind of what they're aiming for. Obviously games like this one here won't be on Xbox One X because that'll be long gone by the time this comes out. But still, right, I'm just going to read out some of the other games and we'll talk about them. Right, so we talked about State of Decay, Forza AVOWED. That looked good. That was a rare game. Don't know if I can find the video of that. I'll see if I can find it. Probably not. I'm pretty terrible at streaming through this thing. I know I should probably be more organised, but there we go. There it is. Let's have a wee look. Now this game looks fantastic. So right, so I'm adding this to my list as well. Okay, so that AVOWED, Fable, and AVOWED, three games which I think were absolutely stunning. I know we didn't see much of that too, but still, I know they're going to be stunning, so I can say that. But this one looks great, doesn't it? Look at that. Look how amazing it looks. It almost feels like Rare's coming back, doesn't it? I mean, they brought out Cameo, which I absolutely loved, and then they sort of disappeared for a while, making avatars or something. And Viva Pinata, they sort of came out of, which was brilliant. I didn't really like Banjo. I thought that was a bit boring, really. And then they've come back with Sea of Thieves, which I quite enjoy, but it's one of these games that you either love it or you don't. So I kind of played it for a while, loved it, and then it kind of got a bit repetitive and boring for me. But then it's more the sort of game you play online, so that's probably why I wasn't really that keen on it that much. Because like I say, I'm not really a big online gamer. But yeah, this one looks good. We don't really know what's going on in it, but it's still, I think the graphics look good, and it's just going to look stunning, isn't it? It's going to look stunning on the Xbox Series X and my PC, to be honest. Again, it's another one that doesn't seem to be coming to Xbox One, so we're seeing quite a trend here that all the games that actually look like they're going to be amazing don't have the Xbox One logo next to them. And if you can come to the conclusion that Phil Spencer and Xbox said that we won't be seeing any like exclusives to Xbox Series X for at least 2 years, then you can come to the conclusion that the Obsidian game, Fable, AVOWED are all not coming to Xbox One X, so they're going to be 3 years away at least. So a lot of these games we're not going to see for ages, which is a bit of a shame, really, isn't it? What else did we see? Tell me why. That was coming out. That's from Don't Nod. That's kind of okay, I guess. Ori, we got a little chat about that it's going to be at 120 frames per second on Xbox Series X, but to be honest, if they have to show you a video showing you the difference between one frame rate and the other, then it's kind of a bit well, who cares? Hellblade, that looks good. Set in Iceland. Oh, I like the sound of that. I never played the first one because it's the reason I never played it is because it's about mental health, and it's something I struggle to deal with, so I don't really like to go there. So it's not something I really want to play, to be honest. It might sound a bit weird, but I don't like the subject, so I'd rather not play it. But I know it does look good. Yeah. Psychonauts 2. Again, this come to PlayStation as well. Jack Black in it singing. How you not love that? Brilliant. I'm up for that. So yeah. Destiny 2 coming to Game Pass. I don't like Destiny 2. And there was some timed exclusives. Now, I've got a bit of a bugbear here because Phil Spencer, he's been going on for ages about the game of the gamer, what's best for the gamer, blah blah blah. I hate timed exclusives, not good for the gamer. And then what the Xbox do? Here's a bunch of timed exclusives. Bit hypocritical there, innit? Oh well, one of these things. So Stalker, Warhammer, Tetris Connected. I'm not sure if that's the same as Tetris that's on the PlayStation 5 VR. It kind of looked quite similar. I'm not sure if it's just a different version. So if that's the case, it'll probably come to PlayStation 5 and then it'll be on VR. And to be honest, that Tetris Effect is best played on PS. It's stunning on PSVR. It's probably one of my best PSVR games. It's so good. Oh my god, I might just go play it. Just quit the video and go play it right now. That's how good it is. But I won't. I'll just talk about a few more games, right? Okay, so we had the Medium, which kind of looks okay, I guess. I think that is coming pretty soon, and I think that is probably one of the only ones that is actually only on the Xbox Series X and PC. I don't think that one's coming to Xbox One. Fantasy Star Online 2, not for me. The Crossfire Campaign, which is by Remedy, so that could be good. And of course Fable, and there's a bunch of other stuff, but I think I've covered most of it. Yeah, so what do I think? I think it was a bit of a, I don't know, what do you think? I don't know. As I say, my expectations were very, very, very high. Very high. I feel that Xbox hyped this event up. Maybe it was just me that hyped it up in my own head, but I feel that they hyped it up so much that it was just like boom, 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 games, lots of games, and I feel a bit let down, to be honest. I feel like there should have been more. I want more. Xbox, they said there's more coming in the future, but the games we did get, there wasn't much gameplay. They're probably not going to be out for years, most of them. And then they're saying, oh, there's going to be more games shown this year from our new studios, but the new studios aren't ready to actually release games. So any games they do show us in a few years' time aren't going to be ready either. So, sorry, not in a few years' time, in a few months' time, aren't going to be ready either and won't be out for a few years. So, yeah, so it's a bit like, I don't know. I'm feeling a bit let down by Xbox. I'd give it a solid 7 out of 10, but that's only because Fable gets shown off at the end, to be honest. Otherwise, I might be leaning towards a 6. The games looked great, but I don't feel there was anything that would make you go out and buy an Xbox Series X, and the fact that they're putting so much emphasis on Xbox Game Pass kind of backs that up. It's got saying this is our service. You can play xCloud with Xbox Game Pass. You can play our games anywhere. You can play, realistically, if you've got an Xbox One X, even these games in a few years' time that aren't coming to Xbox One X, you can still play them on your Xbox One X with Project xCloud, I'm guessing. So really, there's no incentive to go and buy an Xbox Series X unless you want the top of the line graphics, like pure amazing 4K HD 60 frames per second. Unless you're really high and big on that, then there's nothing really stopping you from just playing on your Xbox One X. And like, if you want to play all the games, you could maybe pick up PS5 as well. But I mean, the PS5, it just depends. I mean, if you want to play Spider-Man, which is a bit of a smaller game, the Kenna looks good, which is a bit cameo like. But again, there's not going to be a ton of games on PlayStation 5 at launch, and it begins to feel a bit like previous consoles where the launches were all exciting and all hyped up, but there was not really a lot to play. and really the people jumping in 2 years later to both these consoles are going to get the best of it, really. Personally, I'm going for PS5 at launch with my PC, and then that way I get to play all the games. But I'd say if you don't feel upgrading yet, then you won't be missing out on too much. You could wait, I think. But yeah, it was an okay conference. I was excited to cover it and do a wee video about it, but I could have downloaded the videos, but it took me ages, so I just decided, well, it was all in my head, I'd do it this way. But yeah, it was okay. Decent effort Xbox, I would say. And over to you next, Sony, who I believe are going to go again in August, and maybe we'll get the price of the PlayStation 5 and the pre-order date. And then I'm sure a few weeks after that, Xbox will be right behind them with the reveal of the Xbox Series S, as we think it's called, and also the price and pre-order date. So yeah, it's going to be exciting in the next few months, I'd say. So I'll come back and do our video. I might come do videos about games as well. I might play through a game. Oh, speaking of which, one of the games I was planning to stream was Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I'm surprised they never showed that off. But maybe it's because it's not coming to Xbox till next year, whereas it's releasing in PC in August, was it? I think it's August, which is quite exciting because I'm quite looking forward to that game. So yeah, sorry if I've been rabbiting on a bit much. I feel a wee bit hyped but disappointed at the same time. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.